and they might not let you in that see-through sheer cutout, nipple barely covered, ass out. You poom poom out. Don't nobody want to eat with poom poom. I mean, well, some people just might. But I mean, be a little respectful. Try to be. It's gonna be people, kids there. I know I can get a bit wild, but at the same time, I try to respect people around me. They say Carnival Cruise is the party cruise, but let's try to be a little respectful while we turning up. Let's talk about these fees. So, you think you're just gonna pay $2.99 and that's it? And there are daily gratuities that are added. I'm on a budget, baby. And just because I'm on a budget, I should not be limited to staying in the house because I'm broke. That be the craziest stuff I be reading on the internet. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Their tips and gratuity is included in it. On my first cruise, I brought me a chair and umbrella because we went to Mexico, and on the beach, they're gonna charge you $30 to $50 for a chair and umbrella. We brought our own chairs. You know, little foldable chairs you go camping with? Now, this was before COVID and things was cheap. So a little $5 chair. I didn't get on the airplane. I drove to the cruise port, had my chair, and boom. So I saved some money there. And remember, if you're not close to the port, you need to figure out how you're going to get there. Are you flying? Are you driving? What are you doing? Figure that out along with trying to book what's best for you. If it's cheaper to fly to Tampa, cheaper to fly to Orlando or other ports that they got going on, then look for cruises in that city and get your flight there. It's a limit. 2 entrees per person. So don't think you just gonna eat down on 3 plates. Yeah, they're gonna charge you extra for those plates. So be mindful. And remember, you can't be throwing stuff overboard. If you get caught polluting, I don't know if they're gonna put you off the boat, but yeah, you're gonna go to like cruise jail or something. So don't go doing that. All right, cut my mic up. A little louder? Yeah. Glam Crew. I've always just wanted to say that. I don't even have a mic, but woo! Welcome. It is your girl, Nikki, the Glam Teacher, and today we are going to talk about my passion of travel. Okay, I love travel more than I love travel more than my food. And you know that means a lot when a big girl tells you she likes something more than her food. Cause whew, baby, I love to eat. So in this video, we are going to talk about and discuss everything about cruising, specifically Carnival cruises. Whether you are a first-time cruiser or you're still a little new to cruising, there is still things to know and learn and help you along the way, especially if you are budgeting. If you are cruising on a budget, stay tuned. Watch this full video. You are going to want to know these little tips and tricks that most people they don't realize it. Even after their first, second, or third cruise, they just don't realize little things. Like for instance, like I said, big people, big girls, we like to eat, right? You think that buffet is unlimited, all you can eat. Well, baby, Carnival got something for you, okay? The buffet, all you can eat and whatnot, but at the dining hall where you have your scheduled meal time, it's a limit. 2 entrees per person. So don't think you just gonna eat down on 3 plates. Yeah, they're gonna charge you extra for those plates. So be mindful. Another big thing, do not think the little $2.99, the little $2.99 you see, oh, cruise to the Grand Cayman, cruise to Turks and Caicos, you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Bahamas, cruise to all of these little places. and only pay $2.99. There are extra fees that you will pay, and we are going to get into it. So make sure you stay tuned and watch the full video. So first thing, let's discuss the food and the drinks, okay? So right here, I will post a list of things that you can bring on the cruise with you, all right? So you can bring a bottle of wine. I'll post here. It's going to say how big, the size of the wine bottle you can bring. You cannot bring your Don Julio. I know. I knew I was about to say that, and my eyes got a little teary because I can't bring my Don Julio. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Right, so you can't bring that. You cannot bring your bottle of water. But you can bring cans of water. Aquafina, this is not an ad. They ain't paying me. All right, but Aquafina has canned water in the right size that you can buy and bring. You can bring canned soda. Do not bring glass. Do not bring plastic, okay? It is going to be hard to waste that while you're on a boat, and you do not want to pollute the beautiful ocean. Keep that in mind. And remember, you can't be throwing stuff overboard. If you get caught polluting, I don't know if they're going to put you off the boat, but yeah, you're going to go to like cruise jail or something. So don't go doing that. Be mindful what you bring, because you're going to carry that with you until you get to your room. So let's talk about the check-in process, okay? Now, you can begin checking in on your cruise 14 days before you sail off. So, a couple days ago, I checked into my cruise. I hear people saying, oh, check in at midnight so you can hurry up and get the time that's earliest and you can be the first on the boat and beat the crowd and blah, 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 blah. That may work for some people. Checking in later may work for you. If they're having system issues, you don't want to have to be the first group of people to deal with that. Let the other people deal with it. You might not want to be first on the boat and just be sitting there and waiting around to like get in your room. You can't get in your room until, well, my particular cruise, do your research on your cruise. My particular cruise, we are not able to get into our room until 1:30 p.m. 2:30 is the cutoff time to get on that boat. You go do your safety class that everybody got to go to. After that is complete, we say bye-bye and we sail off at 3:30. Now, I chose to pick the earliest time because we are flying in early and I want to get to the airport and go straight to the boat. I don't got time to be buying food elsewhere. I don't got time to fly in the night before and have to pay for hotels. Like I said, this is cruising on a budget. If you can fly in the day before to ensure that your flight is not going to be delayed or missed or weather issues, then good. Don't take Frontier. Probably don't take Spirit. But if you are on a trusted airline that you know is going to get you there in time, if you arrive into Miami, to Tampa, to Orlando, wherever, at plenty of time to make it to that boat, I'm going to say at least by 1 p.m., then you're good. You're good to go, nothing to worry about. Or you can drive there. When you drive there, they have parking that you have to pay for. When I went on my last cruise, I drove to Tampa, and I believe parking was like maybe $10 a day, something like that. If you fly in, Carnival Cruise has a link where you can get ground transportation that'll take you straight to the boat. I haven't looked at the prices just yet and compared it to like Uber or Lyft or even public transportation, because from most airports, especially large airports, you can hop on public transportation that will take you to most popular destinations. Like there's a bus, one special shuttle bus that leaves Miami Airport and takes you straight to South Beach on the bus for like maybe $2. Did you know that? I knew that, and I've done it before, and okay. Was at the club all night long, went back to the airport, caught my flight, and was in St. Martin the next day. But remember, I'm traveling with a child this trip. So if you are traveling with a group, a child, you have to be mindful of where you're going, because ultimately you want to make it to your destination. Now, let's talk about the destinations, okay? I'm gonna be all over, but it's gonna flow. So, your destination, research where you're going, what you're gonna be doing, all of that. Because sometimes you won't have to spend money on extra excursions, okay? Let me give you an example. Royal Caribbean, Carnival, most major cruise lines, they own a portion or private island in most popular places, all right? Like Honduras, the little I forgot what it's called. I'll put it right here. The port in Honduras. They may offer a all-inclusive type of deal. So what is the purpose of booking an excursion for that particular day when you are already going to have free food, free drinks, free access to the beach, probably a few free water activities. You'll have beach chairs, umbrellas, all right there as soon as you get off the boat. Now, some other destinations or ports, they may not offer that. You probably would have a better option of looking up some excursions and going ziplining or something, some type of adventurous thing. And more than likely, it'll include your transportation from the boat to where you're going, plus lunch. So think about that. If you don't book anything, then you're going to have to figure out, well, how am I going to explore? What's transportation going to cost me? What's food going to cost me? Is this actually a safe country? Yeah. All right. So you got to be mindful of that. The cruise line is not responsible for what you're doing out there. And you need to be back on time because they will leave you. Let's talk about documents. Documents. You do not need a passport to travel on a cruise. You do not need a passport. So if you're one of those people who have, like, let's say a felony or whatever, or you owe back child support, or I don't know what other cases we may have going on. Let's say you don't have access to get a passport. You can still travel. Yes, you can still travel. Just take a cruise. Cruises go a lot of popular, beautiful islands, and sometimes you can hit up 2, 3, 4 destinations and more, all on one trip in one cruise, okay? So, anytime you're traveling by water, you do not need a passport. If you are traveling by air or by land, like in a vehicle, you will need a passport. Now, here's a little thing. If you are traveling with little ones, listen up. If you are traveling with little ones, you will need a letter of permission from the other parent stating that it is okay for you to travel with this child. Sometimes the agent might overlook it. Sometimes they will check. Depending on what country. If you're going to Honduras, for a fact, if you are a single person, whether male or female, and you have children with you, they're going to ask, do you have permission? When I took my nephew to Canada, I had to show that I had permission from his parents with pictures, handwritten notes, signatures, proving that I'm the aunt, this is my nephew, I'm taking him for a day trip. It was only a day trip at that. But I had to prove to the Border Patrol, Customs, Immigration, all of them people, what I was doing with this kid. You know, kids do get kidnapped, and it can even be by a parent. So remember that. This is why you just have to make sure. Now, if you don't have permission, okay, or ways to get around it, and it's not really getting around it, let's say the child, like my situation, my child, I'm one person, I'm female, let's say the father is deceased, then you can show a death certificate saying, okay, this is the father, he's deceased. Or you can show a birth certificate, original birth certificate in good condition. And it has to be, you have to be able to read everything on there. Can't look like you did some stuff to it, or they will not accept your document, any document. So if you present a birth certificate and it does not have a signature or name in the father slot, then you are okay to travel with the child. You don't have to prove that you have permission to travel with your child. So there you go, a little tip, hints. Next, let's discuss what to pack. I'll put a list here of some pretty good items to pack. I like to do like a daytime outfit and an evening outfit. Be prepared for any type of weather to happen. Also, know the season that you are cruising, especially in the Caribbean. There can be hurricane season, and then your boat gets rerouted somewhere else, or it's rockier than normal. Be prepared for rain. Bring a jacket, bring some comfortable shoes. Just be prepared. But that doesn't mean overpack. I have a video that I will link here about how to pack, what I do when I travel. I travel with a personal item that flies free on Spirit, on Frontier, and I have enough clothes to last me for a week. I've traveled to Europe in the fall, winter time, and I had plenty of clothes that was warm in this one little personal item bag. So check out that video on how to travel light and pack and fly with only a personal item. I think it's a good idea to pack a little personal item outside of your regular luggage. That way you can have your travel documents on hand. You're going to need that. Once they take your stuff and put it with the rest of the bags, you won't see your stuff until later in the day once you get to your room. Pack maybe medicine or sunscreen, bug spray, whatever is going to make you comfortable immediately on the boat. If you need to pack your swimsuit, pack your swimsuit. But you're not going to need a towel. The cruise is going to provide you with towels. And in the morning, you put your dirty towels out. They'll give you fresh towels. Be careful. Do not leave your towel at the beach because they're going to charge you like $30-$50 for a towel. That's probably not worth it. And we're trying to travel on a budget, okay? All right, look at the list. Double check your cruise line and their website. There's so much information. There are Facebook groups. In my videos, I always tell you all, Facebook group, it's a Facebook group. It's a Facebook group. There is a Facebook group for everything. Find a group, find your tribe, connect. Be careful with giving information out, as I always warn you all. You don't know people's true intentions and what they got going on. Okay, if you're not part of the lifestyle, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you're not part of the lifestyle, then be careful with what you're saying and what you're moving. You might be getting recruited. Okay, certain symbols, which if you're part of the lifestyle, you would know about. Stay away from those symbols and do your own further research, or drop in the comments if you want some information. Yeah, on my first cruise, I brought me a chair and umbrella because we went to Mexico, and on the beach, they're gonna charge you $30 to $50 for a chair and umbrella. We brought our own chairs. You know the little foldable chairs you go camping with? Now this was before COVID and things was cheap. So a little $5 chair. I didn't get on the airplane. I drove to the cruise port, had my chair, and boom. So I saved some money there. And remember, if you're not close to the port, you need to figure out how you're going to get there. Are you flying? Are you driving? What are you doing? Figure that out along with trying to book what's best for you. If it's cheaper to fly to Tampa, cheaper to fly to Orlando or other ports that they got going on, then look for cruises in that city and get your flight there. Also, when you are thinking about what to pack, think about the dress code. Now, some dinner and restaurant nights will be a bit more uppity dressing, and they might not let you in that see-through sheer cutout, nipple barely covered, ass out. You poom poom out. Don't nobody want to eat with poom poom. I mean, well, some people just might, but I mean, be a little respectful. Try to be. It's gonna be people, kids there. I know I can get a bit wild, but at the same time, I try to respect people around me. They say Carnival cruise is the party cruise, but let's try to be a little respectful while we turn it up. Let's talk about these fees. So, you think you're just gonna pay $2.99 and that's it. And there are daily gratuities that are added. Now, what you can do is prepay those gratuities. And I would recommend that you prepay those gratuities, because they are going to put holds on your account. So if you're using debit card, that's like your main debit card. And when you come back, you're going to have bills to pay. And you just enjoying yourself, not keeping track of what you keep ordering. You forgot that the drinks at the bar is not free. And you should have brought your refillable water bottle so you can get unlimited water and soda at the buffet area. Yeah, you didn't order room service and all of that. And the more you keep getting stuff, the more they're going to keep adding holds on your account. So you spend $30 at the casino, $20 on a drink or two. You done tip the bartender only about like $60 in total. They are going to add $100 hold on your account. And then each day it's just adding up. Next thing you know, the cruise is over and you need to book your flight back home or whatever. You need to pay your phone bill. Guess what? You're going to have about $500-$600 of holds on your account. You won't have access to that money right then and there. And me, I need my money when I need my money. I'm not waiting for nobody to release my money because that's my money. I worked hard for that. Bring cash with you. Since you're already prepaying your gratuities, I'm on a budget. I can't keep tipping this person, that person, that person. It's not gonna happen with me. Thank you, I'll be respectful, high five, but I'm on a budget, baby. And just because I'm on a budget, I should not be limited to staying in the house because I'm broke. That be the craziest stuff I be reading on the internet. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Their tips and gratuity is included in it, but bring cash so when you do get off the boat, you can spend your money in these different countries. You want to be careful spending money in different countries, especially high tourist areas, because you don't want your banking information compromised. And bring small bills so you can make your own change and you don't have to get money exchanged to you at a bad exchange rate. Make sense? Yeah. So Glam Crew, that is all the information I have right now for tips and tricks and hacks to budget travel on a cruise. You do save money because you're not spending a lot on flights. You're not having to spend money on hotels and Airbnbs. You're not spending a lot of money on food. Don't go buying extra entrees because the first two didn't fill you up. You better go to the buffet, okay? Some of those excursions are really cheap when you buy them on the boat. They'll give you a discount a little bit. Don't go drinking a lot. I told y'all about that food, how to use a refillable water bottle, or you can bring in those items with you. That way you have drinks. There are drink packages. I'm a water girly. I'm gonna have my refillable water bottle. I will drink when I get to the beach. If I forgot something or some other tips, especially cruising with children, drop them in the comments because I want to read about it. I want to know, so I need to know. Okay, thank you. If you want to see more travel content, go ahead and look around my channel. I have a lot of travel content. I will be vlogging my experience on Carnival Cruise, and we'll have some more cruise information coming out. Hopefully I'll be planning another cruise next month because my passport has expired. My whole life is in shambles right now. So I am only allowed on cruises. And then even some countries, after I renew my passport, I still can't even travel there. It has to be valid for 6 months. But that's fine. I'm still going where I want to go. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye, my Glam Crew. Love you.